Hi there, guys. It's Dan here from Trading College with your weekly update on the markets. Just wanted to start here with the pound New Zealand. What a move this has been. I mean, absolutely amazing. PTS sell we had here, really pushing down, challenging these lows. We've got now quite, very mature storyteller here. So just anticipating perhaps we might just have a rally in the coming days, just back into sort of resistance here, and then who knows, we could capitulate down finally to kind of make a gigantic sort of N-shaped target here. In this market, it's really been a nice push down. It's one of those markets that is backwards and forwards, and almost if you'd bought your New Zealand dollar with pounds back in 2020, you would be paying the same as you are now, almost 2 years later. And that sort of goes even back to 2018 on the weekly chart. So, we are still above the zero line here on storyteller on the weekly and the monthly. So, who knows? It's very flat. We've probably got a big trending move coming. At the moment, it looks to be red. This is not closed yet for this month. We are above the zero line on the storyteller here. So this could turn around and continue alongside, but we're just at the moment just playing the momentum in the daily chart, which has pushed down. So anticipating a bit of a rally over the coming days, and then maybe we'll be looking for new short side trades. So that's the sort of pound New Zealand. We also this morning, I took quite a nice long trade in the euro dollar. Very similar. We've had a big sell-off in the euro dollar, really across weeks and weeks and weeks. It's been fantastic with the pro trading system calling it all the way down, and now we're hitting a similar sort of zone to that pound New Zealand, a little bit extended. So quite a divergence here in our storyteller, so which is giving us a pop back up. If we just sort of measure those kind of fibs here with this sort of two-wave divergence on the weekly, from this low to this high, we're right down at fib extensions, and we're just rallying back, and we could see that back to the sort of 100% here, back to resistance, the previous low. 11,186 in the coming sort of days. It was really nice sort of day trade, if you like, this morning. Popped up really nicely to the tune of a few hundred pips, enough to trade income. But we are getting back into resistance where we might be looking for some short side trades again. So that's the euro dollar. And then we just come into some of the stock markets here. If we just go to the Dow Jones, so the Dow Jones again, pushing down, obviously with world events and inflation and lots of stuff going on politically. Very volatile, voluminous markets, which is good for people who can trade the swings. And we've been kind of counting the waves here. On our larger time frames. This is the daily chart. So obviously we had the A and now the B, and we're just in the throes of the C wave, and we're projecting targets. If we look at it on the weekly, projecting targets really on the weekly down to about 30,000, which is that previous pandemic high. Really, you just not quite got going. The sort of every time we push down quite hard, we've had 3 weeks, we've just reversed. We've got these long tails. So we'll see how this week pans out. This is a little bit of a reversal signal here. If we close the week like this, we could push up higher into resistance before maybe we do roll over. But on that daily, we're just sort of counting the waves. If this is a C wave here, then maybe we just go into a 4-hour chart. We read on the daily and the weekly and the monthly, and so we're still looking for short side trades. So as we kind of chart this this move down here, we hit a real key level of support here just a few days back. when was it, on the Tuesday the 8th, and ever since we've kind of rallied up into support. We could count very loosely here, 1, 2, lovely 3 wave, bit of a complex kind of 4 ABC zigzag kind of double top here, and then we rolled over and started the 5th wave. Well, of course, a 5th wave with impulsive wave, we're going to have an initial wave 1, we're probably going to have 5 waves down. Initial wave 1, and then we rally back for 2, and then maybe we hit this trend line here up at 33, 500 zone, and then we capitulate, and then we get into our 3rd wave of that kind of final 5th wave down. So it's a few waves within waves here we're talking, but yeah, very simply, we're just waiting for the daily to turn. Well, the daily is still red, but we're waiting for our intraday timeframes to turn red again. But yeah, we've got that trend line across the highs on the daily there. Just wondering if the market will just rally up into resistance, and then we get this next leg down. So watching for that as the week progresses. Onto the sort of German DAX, similar story. DAX has rallied even harder, but if we look at it here on the daily, it really has been a strong sell-off. If we go to the weekly chart, we see that we've already hit that pre-pandemic high here. That's where we're finding this support, and we've just sort of rallied. So we'll see where we go next here. I mean, if we do roll over, then the next kind of area to aim for could be as far down as this low. But we do have a band of support here, which price might take its time to get through. We see all these highs here, and do we roll over some more? We're early on in the weekly storyteller, so the perception is we're still looking for shorts, and waiting for that daily to turn red again or to fail. We're just getting back up to the 50 period moving average. We'll be looking for sort of intraday shorts, really, as day traders, and some of you swing traders can look for the key areas of resistance. We're pretty much at one now. You can see this previous low here acted as support a few times. Now does it act as resistance, and we fail. Just following the PTS intraday and seeing if it will this rally will fail. So that's the DAX. Crude oil, wow, what a beast this has been, up to the long side. I took a bit of a short this morning, and a little bit of a kind of ABC set up here, a rally to B and then C, and we now filled this gap. It's twice we've kind of filled this gap, and the short side has stalled. So from a daily PTS perspective, we're just back to support, and who knows? I mean, the talk is of $150 a barrel on this. To my mind, I think we might get back into here a little bit more in support, and then we rally even harder to those highs potentially. So still looking for long side trades on crude oil. Then just the gold market. If I just type in gold, it was a really lovely trade yesterday I took, which was a bit of a double top. You probably heard me talk about a few of these in commodity pairs, and we are hitting all-time highs. And what I mean by all-time highs, 14 years, 12 years, 10 years, 8 years, 7-year highs, and we have to really go to our kind of monthly chart to see that. We go see here, well, actually this one wasn't quite as long. It was about a year and a half high, where we rotated, and we've taken a year and a half to get back up to that area. And I, usual sort of double top drop. It's always going to be a first point of touch as a resistance. I took a little bit of a short at this 20.075 zone, and it popped down really nicely and has continued down. So yeah, we'll see where gold. It still looks kind of long and strong generally, but very bit separated now. I'm not sure you're getting value here if you're buying. So would like a little, price to just come down a bit more and then turn green again on gold for a bit more value. Really, it's very extended. Then just a quick stock for you. This is ChargePoint EV. It's one I think the guys have picked out in a stock pick sort of scan club. We've had quite a push down in this. If we look at the monthly and the weekly, it's lots of red on the board, but perhaps now we are hitting a key area of support. If we just take from when this from when this stock launched in the IPO, I think it was back in September 2020, we see here, if we measure the fib, we're just bouncing from this 76.4 fib here, and just wondering if then we do a bit of a Bitcoin, absolutely barreled up, it's coming back down, and then do we just turn green here and keep pushing up and go into a big ABC, or we could be getting into a third wave, which could be huge trade in the future. Don't know if that's going to happen. All I know now with that sort of analysis is we've had a new momentum trigger and PTS on the daily. So we're trading this as we go. It's green on the day on our PTS daily chart. I think where we're wrong is if it capitulates and drops below these levels, then you want to be out of any sort of long trade. So looking to see if ChargePoint will go long. Right, guys, I hope that's helpful. Hope that's useful, and you have a good rest of your day.